Hello, hello. This is the Masonry Marketing Crew, and I have another case study for you right now. So this is Brothers Tuckpointing and Chimney Sweep. They are in Oak Lawn, which is a suburb of Chicago. It's a southern suburb, and they're surrounded by a few different other cities that are just as populated. There's Chicago, which is the south side of Chicago, that is pretty much bordering Oak Lawn. It's just a few miles away. There's Evergreen Park. There is to the south. There is Orland Park. There are a few others to the north and to the west that that Brothers Tuckpointing want to also reach. So. This has been a work in progress as well. This site was really light in terms of content. It didn't really have an online presence, and so we're really trying to change that up. And so one thing you'll notice is that we've got a couple ways of people to get in touch with us right here with these buttons that are click to dial enabled. We definitely added more content on here, so a little bit of call to action. But remember, content is king with Google. So there's a couple of services section here, another button for people to be able to click to dial. And then we added a map section right here just for local relevancy, well, which always helps, and then just an address right here in the footer section. So, all of this has kind of just kind of built upon itself. And so one other thing that we did was we also did a backlinking campaign, because backlinks are really important in the organic listings. In fact, they are a major ranking factor. And what we found over the years is that the better that you can rank in the organic section, meaning in the top 10 listings, then the better you're going to rank in the map section. And we always want to rank in both. We want to dominate the map section, and we want to dominate the organic listing section. And we can also dominate by adding some paid advertising. So what we did was we went to several different sites. We found sources where we can send backlinks to the Brothers Tuckpointing website, and we found domains like wimgo.com. We found seventhspace.com, Rumford, Elites Directory, Seekon, and then we also found a local site. This is Humboldt Park, which is a neighborhood of Chicago, and we were able to go on their .org page and get a web listing for them as well. And so you can see that the domain ratings are actually pretty high. So the domain rating represents, really it's a numerical value representing how strong of a website you have. And if you can get links from domains with really high domain authority, then it's going to pass along a lot of that strength to your site. Okay, so we definitely want to be seeking links from high authority sites. Now, you can see 70s and 50s and 40s and so on and so forth. So these are some good domains here. One other thing we did was we did a citation campaign. Citations are nothing more than your name, address, phone number, website being cited on the web, okay? And in general, the more citations you have, the better for your company, because it kind of signals to Google and the other search engines that your business is a legit business, right? We also want to make sure that all of those listings are consistent throughout, meaning the same exact name, the same exact address, the same exact phone number. Because if there's inconsistencies throughout, then it kind of throws up red flags with Google, and Google doesn't really know if your company is really located in Oak Lawn versus Chicago versus Orland Park or any of these other suburbs, right? Because there could be mixed information. So really, we want to make sure that the information is consistent throughout. Now, we are right here with 10 citations that are being indexed, but we obviously have a little bit more work to do. We've got some competitors in the 20s and the top teens and whatnot. So this is a work in progress, but we're definitely getting there. We started off with almost no citations, so this is definitely helping. Now, if we do a search for masonry contractors near me, as an example, and if we are, saying that our area is in Oak Lawn, you can see that they are number 2 here in the maps. For the term tuckpointing services, they are number 1. Chimney, let me see, it's chimney repair, again, number 1. Chimney rebuild, number 1. Bricklayer near me, they are, let me see, let me go up. Okay, so number 3 for that term. And then stonemason, let's see, they are number 3. And I believe this commercial masonry companies, they're not on the top 3 yet. Let me just see. I think they might be number 4. 1, 2, 3. So, okay, so they're not even on the first page. So this is one that we definitely have to work on. This is a service that they want to focus on, is commercial masonry. Most of the commercial masonry business is going to probably be up towards downtown Chicago or in some of the northern neighborhoods where there tend to be a little bit more commercial buildings, but nonetheless, that's a focus of theirs as well. So all of these terms are terms that were now being found in the upper listings of the maps, whereas before they were down towards the bottom. And, there are also other areas within Chicago, as I had mentioned, that they want to focus on. And so the goal for the upcoming 30 to 60 days is creating service pages for those locations. So we're going to be very specific, very laser targeted towards those cities, and we're going to include the name and service, and all of the title tags, the descriptions. We're going to really focus on the content being really addressing those cities and neighborhoods, so that Google can see that there's just a lot of relevancy when it comes to those searches, for those services plus those cities. And they're going to associate those search terms with those specific location pages. So that's really going to be a focus of ours for the next 60 days. And we're also going to increase our backlinking efforts, and then also our citation efforts here. So all of this combined is really, really going to, it should really increase the listing position locally, but then it's definitely going to increase their listing position in those city pages as well. So this has just been a case study. If you would like what we call a lead flow acceleration session for your masonry company, you feel free to just go to masonrymarketer.com/schedule and go ahead and schedule a time and a date that works for you. We will also go through your website. We'll check your digital footprint or your prominence in your direct area for all the services that you're really trying to focus on, and see, hey, what is it going to take for you to start ranking in the top 3 in the maps and in the top 10 listings on the first page of the organic section, so that you start capturing all of that traffic and all of that potential business that is to be had in your direct market. So happy to do that. And also if you've got any ads that you're running in terms of Google or Bing or anything like that, we can take a look at that and make sure that conversions are also where they should be at. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.